Starting with the great name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. Myself is Shamami and welcome to my YouTube channel Computer Addict Zone for another exciting lecture. In today's lecture, I shall be discussing about network architecture and different types of network architecture. So network architecture is the design of communication network. Simple and straightforward definition is that the network architecture is the design of communication network. It is a framework basically that provides specification of networks, physical components, operational different procedures and a principal data formats that is used in its operation. So network architecture is basically simple and straightforward definition is that it is the design of a communication network. So we have three major types of computer networks architecture. So first is client server network, second is a peer-to-peer, and third is a point-to-point. So first is client server network. You can see here the client server network in architecture. There is one directional and central a powerful computer is called server, right? So in client server networks architecture, there is a one powerful centralized computer that is called server, and the other computers, these another computers that are weak computers is called clients, and the clients are also known as workstations, and they are connected to a server through hub or switches. So all the activities of the network is being controlled by the server, and server basically controls all the activities of that. So you can see here in this diagram, you can see here this is a server and this is a server and these are the clients. So these clients are basically connected to a server, and this server is basically controls all the activities of these clients. So we can see we can have the example of Facebook server. Suppose that this is a Facebook server, and the one person is sitting here in United States, and a person is sitting in United Kingdom, and the other person is sitting in Pakistan, and another person is sitting in Australia. So these are all using the Facebook, and whatever they do on the Facebook, basically the information is stored in servers or in a server. So what they do, the information is stored in the server, and the server basically controls all these the data that these clients are using. So in server client relationship, this is where there is a one centralized powerful computer that is called server that basically controls all the activities of these clients, and these clients are also known as workstation, right? So also in another example of client server relationship is that of YouTube server. For example, you can see I can put here as a YouTube server. So the person is sitting, person is using the different features of YouTube, and the person is sitting here is suppose that in United States, the other person is sitting in Spain, the third person is sitting in Pakistan, and the fourth person is suppose sitting in Morocco. So these four they are different at different locations, they are different places, they are having different devices, so they can use the YouTube features, and whatever they do on a YouTube, they are uploading the videos, or they are downloading the videos, they are performing any activity on the videos, doing comments. So whatever they do, the information is stored in server. So that is a client server relationship. In P2P network, there is one in which P2P network in which two or more PCs share file or access to different devices, but they do not have any server computers. So basically in P2P they are doing exactly the same, but there is no centralized server. So that is the difference between the client server and a P2P, that in client server there is a powerful centralized computer called server, whereas in P2P the clients are sharing the information with each other, but they do not share the information through server. So they can share the information directly So I'm explaining in here, you know, that it's a P2P. You can see here two or more computers are connected. So you can see here these computers are connected and sharing the information or resources between with each another. So there is no you know the server between whatsoever is between that. So the only requirement of the you know the having a P2P network is that is internet. So there must be you know internet connection. They must be connected through the internet. So that is a requirement. So that's the difference between server client and the P2P. That in P2P there is no centralized computer or device, whereas in that centralized computer there is a server between that. So point to point is basically when a network is designed between two different nodes, between two different devices, that is called point to point. So in point to point, when two devices, the printer and computer is connected to each other, so these are basically when the computer is connected to the printer, so this is basically your point to point. So the point to point communication is between different you know devices. So point to point communication is the point to point communication is you know it is the network having two nodes, having two devices. So each node is connected to each other through connection line, and there's a one transmitter and one receiver at for point to point devices. So we have different examples of that. You can see here the connection of computer with printers, right? The spelling is the spelling mistake, CUMPUTER. There shall be spelling mistake. So the computer is there is a spelling mistake here. This must be CUMPUTER, should have been CUMPUTER. So ignore that. So the connection of computer with printer through a USB cable is the example of point to point. You are sharing the information data between a mobile and your computer through data cable. That is also a point to point. So whenever there is a two devices that are connected together, only two devices, no third one, that is a point to point. So the examples I discuss is that that through USB cable you are connecting your mouse with your computer, through USB through wireless. We have USBs through which we connect our mouse with the computers. Through data cable we are sharing the information between the computer and our mobile. So that is to communication. So also you should so these are the examples of point to point communication. So that's all for today. On the basis of we are just overviewing it, that on the basis of network architecture, computer architecture, there are three types of network that we have. That is point to point network. Then we have is P2P and a client server. So that's all for today. If you like this video, share it. If you have any questions, you can ask in a comment section. I will definitely respond there. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, you can subscribe it and click on the bell icon so that you can get more videos. Thank you and have a